Hi YouTube, it's Lena, and I am here with a new quarterly subscription box that I found from mysubscriptionaddiction.com, but it seemed right up my alley, so I figured I'd try it out. It is by Brandefy, or Brandefy, I don't know how to say that, but it is the Bright Beauty Faves. It comes with a card, and it does say, let me move that out of the way, and it does say both what you get, and here was the interesting idea of it to me. They text you when you get off the wait list, which it only took me a couple of days, and they give you 4 categories of either 2 or one of them was 3 products to choose from, and you can choose all of your products from your box. Not just 1, not just 2, not just 3, but in this case 4 products. I think it's 4 every 3 months. And for $15, that's really good. They are drugstore products, but they are all cruelty-free. It says each item is full-size, cruelty-free, and made with quality ingredients. Now, they do have an app, but I believe it might be Apple only because I couldn't find it, but I have an Android, so that unfortunately happens sometimes. So I'm going to go over everything that I got, and I'm going to tell you if I think it's worth it or not. And I'm also going to let you know what other options that I had. So first, and what really made me interested in this, honestly, was the Milani Gilded Coast palette. Now, you had the option of the Gilded Coast or the Gilded Jewel eyeshadow palette. The Gilded Jewel, I believe, was more just neutral tones in general, so I went with the Coast because it has all these pretty blues in it, as you can hopefully see. It does have a little plastic, like, thing over it that I just haven't taken off yet, so I'm having to hold it at a weird angle to avoid, what's it called? Glare, that's the word. It did come bubble wrapped. I've already taken that off though, so just in case you were curious about their packing. It does appear to be all recyclable too, like as far as the box's packaging is concerned, like it's just a cardboard box and it comes with these little paper worms on the inside, so if that is a concern for you, there you go. And I tend to reuse bubble wrap when I ship things to other people, so it's not recyclable, but you can at least reuse it. So, now I have one thing from this newer Gilded line that Milani does. It's the Gilded Noir palette, which I don't think they sell that one anymore. It's a little bit bigger. But I thought that these were really, really pretty, and they do seem to be swatching very well. Let me grab a matte real quick. Yeah, they do all seem to be swatching nicely. Of course, I know that I've always heard that Milani has a pretty good eyeshadow formula. The only time I did not really get the greatest eyeshadow formula was when I bought those, what's it called? Limited edition Salt and Pepper palette. Like, they're fine, but they're not what I would really call great. So, let's see. This shadow is Out of Office. This shadow is Hey Sailor. And this shadow is Cruising. Now, because they're all like, you know, coastal sea themed, because it's called, you know, Gilded Coast. It makes sense. So that was $20, which that's really expensive for drugstore. But I know that's kind of par for the course these days for drugstore. I'm just annoyed by it. Next is from the Yes2 brand. You could either get the Avocado Fragrance-Free Daily Eye Cream, which is what I got for $10, or it's worth $10. Or you could get the Avocado Fragrance-Free Daily Cream Cleanser. Now, I have a hard problem getting, you know, those thicker, like, gel or cream cleansers off my face sometimes, so I went with the eye cream. Because I do want to find, like, a good drugstore eye cream, and I mean, if this is any good, for $10, that is a great price. It is 15 milliliters. It is formulated without parabens, SOS, or silicones. So let's get a thing and see what it smells like. It does smell lightly of avocados, but it's not like potent like you saw. I was trying like sticking my face right up in it. It does feel moisturizing. So we will find out how well that works. I will review these when I get the next box for summer. So it'll be a couple of months. Next were 2 Pixi products. I picked the Pixi On The Glow for $18, but they also had the Pixi Lift Max in the shade Peony Bloom for $14. I thought this was like a face highlighter, but it's not quite that, although you could use it as that. It is a travel-friendly solid moisturizer used on hair, face, lips, and body. Now, it looks like it has a color, but it really doesn't. Let me swatch this on my other hand, 'cause I don't know, moisturizer on moisturizer. Like if you build it up, you could see like a slight hint of color, but it's really more about moisture and just like glow. So this is something that would be great to use just on dry spots around your body. I did try this on my lips and it did work really well. What about hair? I got some crispy crackly ends that I need to trim off. Yeah, it just feels like kind of like a balm. So it does seem to smooth them down a little bit. I just need a freaking hair trim, honestly. So I'm gonna keep this little plastic doodad, but so I'm gonna treat this more as like a moisturizer than anything. Just like it's one of those all-in-one products that I don't know what to treat it as far as like what it is, like where to store it and whatnot. So once I figure out how I like to use it best, I will store it with those type of products accordingly. Now finally, this was one where it actually had 3 choices. It had 2 Julep products that I didn't choose. It's the Julep Skip the Brush Blush in Neutral Bronze. It's those, I have one right here that I'm going to be panning soon, but it's in a different color. This one was in Neutral Bronze. I don't wear cream bronzers, so I decided not to choose that, although this formula is really nice. If you like cream bronzers, maybe check that out, but that is a cream highlighter that is also really nice. And just the blush colors in general are really good. And they also had the Julep All Natural Charcoal Konjac Exfoliating Sponge for $8. I have a konjac sponge that is still sitting in the packaging that somebody gave to me, so figured I really didn't need another one of those. So instead I went with the Milani Supercharged Cheap and Lip Multi-Stick in Berry Bolt. So I haven't heard of this product. Maybe it's new, or maybe I'm just, you know, not keeping up with the trends as much as I used to. Now that looks super dark, and that's probably closer to how I would wear it on my lips if this works on the lips at all, but it does seem to blend out really nicely to be a bit more sheer and actually like wearable. Especially like if I wear this under foundation, or if I go over it just a little bit with like say my foundation sponge after I've applied foundation. I can definitely make that super wearable, and that makes me curious more into like how long the formula lasts. So like I said, it's $15 and my overall value was $53, just trying to do the math off the top of my head. I definitely appreciate that unlike Ipsy Glam Bag Plush, they send me a card with info on it. They even like starred the ones that I got. I don't know how well you can see that or if my light is washing it out. That is it. Thank you guys for tuning in. As always, I do really appreciate it. I will link the, what's it called? My subscription addiction post down below. They got slightly different products, like they chose some of the other options, so if you want to see what some of the other products are, you can look at that, or just, you know, see what people think about it in the comments as well. But I really like this, so I'm definitely excited to try all the products out and see what's coming for summer. So thank you guys for tuning in. As always, I do really appreciate it, and hopefully I will see you later. Bye!